In terms of the funding mechanism, it's one of the greatest constraints in agriculture. It's possibly only second to the shortage of young people in the sector. The future of agriculture is essentially predicated upon young people returning to this sector. The average age of a farmer is 55 and older. That is a fundamental problem for
How do you get them involved?
New technologies. Young people, not just in the Caribbean, but internationally, including in Europe. I was pleasantly surprised to hear that some of the issues we're grappling with, other jurisdictions are, and so we're able to get best practices from them in terms of how they are tackling similar problems we are facing. And one of those problems really is youth involvement. To the extent that you introduce new technologies, hydroponics is, for an example, the average Bahamian young person seemed to be unwilling to go on a 300, 400 acre farm on a day-to-day basis to engage in agriculture. So what you would find is foreign nationals doing the manual labor in the field, including the cultivation and the picking. In the packing houses, however, you would find the Bahamians doing the sorting and grading, etc. And even then, it is 90+% female. So there's still an absence of the average Bahamian male that is unemployed. And so there is, once you introduce a hydroponic component, working in greenhouses, slightly higher skill level in many instances, you find that a lot more young people are interested. Bahamians have to appreciate that there's a wide range of occupation possibilities in agriculture. It isn't just with the coveralls out in the field, which is equally dignified and important, but there are other areas. There's the drone technology, which is an important part of diagnosing any number of things in agriculture, doing surveys of land, determining deficiency of minerals on a large spread of land where a crop is under cultivation. You're able to detect the discoloration using drone technology. So new technologies is an important part of bringing young people in. There are persons like a gentleman in Andres and an operation here in New Providence where persons are using very small spaces, but the yield is equivalent to several acres in 40-foot containers, 20-foot containers. The conversion, as they have done in Chicago, in Philadelphia, converting dilapidated buildings into greenhouses, controlled temperature to produce agricultural produce, whether it's microgreen or some other product. So there's huge potential for the influx of young people through the use of new technology.
Go ahead.
And so to come now to the funding question, which I believe is also an important impediment to agriculture development we must address. We're doing several concrete things right now. We're revamping the operations of BAIC. One of the challenges the sector has historically had was whether or not the business plans being generated are bankable. Do they have the kind of rigor in terms of the financial component? Do we have sufficient data in terms of market intelligence in order to give an investor confidence that this is a plan that they could invest in? We believe agriculture and marine resources is the right sector to invest in. So we're prepared to make whatever adjustment the market tells us we need to make in order for us to do business with them. And so we intend to work very closely with the Chamber of Commerce to build the capacity of the business plan production team at BAIC and to strengthen the advisory services. That would mean attracting new talent and also building the capacity of existing talent that is there already.